Hello everyone, I am Dr. Bindu Malviya, Professor, Tirthankar Mahavir University, Muradabad. I welcome you all to this session on entrepreneurship development. So today we will be discussing some case studies on the entrepreneurship development program. So with the help of these case studies, students, you will be able to understand the various entrepreneurship development programs, the background, the introduction of various development programs, and what are the challenges which were faced by these particular entrepreneurial initiatives, and we will also understand what were the steps which are taken to overcome these issues and challenges. So let us start with some cases. So the first case is about Stanford Technology Ventures program. So what is Stanford Technology Venture Program? Let us first understand this. So it is a Stanford University's primary entrepreneurship center. It aims to develop entrepreneurial leaders through education, research, and outreach. This program consists of various modules, various programs like the course and the workshops, which offers a wide range of courses on entrepreneurship, technology, ventures, and innovation. They also provide a fellowship program like Mayfield Fellows Program, which includes mentorship and hands-on experience on Silicon Valley startups. They have also taken some initiatives like the Global Innovation Tournament challenge students to develop innovative solutions to global problems. For starting up this particular EDP, they have come across various challenges. So let us see what are the challenges. The first is regarding the scalability. Initially, STVP struggled with scaling with its programs to accommodate growing interest and demand. It also ensured that the course content and the activities remain relevant to the rapidly changing technology and business landscapes. As far as funding is concerned, it aspired for securing consistent funding to the support its various programs and initiatives. So to overcome these challenges, the STVP has taken several initiatives such as partnerships and collaborations, updation in the curriculum, then diverse funding sources. So let us discuss about the partnership and collaboration. So this particular center collaborated with industry leaders and alumni to expand mentorship and funding opportunities. It regularly updated the course content to reflect the latest industry trends and the technological advancements. For the support for funding sources, it sought to funding from multiple sources, including the corporate sponsors, grants, and donations from the successful alumni. So the SDVP was very successful in conducting the entrepreneurship development programs, and it has a great impact on the other entrepreneurs and other startups. So STVP has produced numerous successful entrepreneurs who have gone on to create impactful ventures. The program emphasizes on the practical experiences, mentorship, and networking has been crucial in its success. So students, the next case study is about the MIT Venture Mentoring Service that is VMS. This MIT Venture Mentoring Services was established in 2000 to support MIT affiliated entrepreneurs through the mentorship. So the key components of this particular program was providing mentorship, organizing workshops and events, and collaborative learning. So as far as mentorship is concerned, it connects the entrepreneurs with a network of experienced mentors who provide guidance on business development and strategy and the growth. They also conduct regular workshops on the topics like fundraising, marketing, and product development. They are also trying to go for the collaborative learning, and this particular collaborative learning encourages mentees to learn from each other through peer feedback and collaborative projects. The major challenges which were faced by this particular center is matching the mentors and mentees, ensuring that mentees are paired with the right mentors who have the relevant expertise and experience related to that particular business. Another challenge was maintaining engagement. So it was quite difficult for keeping both mentors and mentees engaged and committed throughout the mentorship process. It was also identified that there is a diverse needs of the diverse entrepreneurs, diverse business requirements. So addressing to the diverse needs of startups at different stages of the development and from various industries, they have to face a lot of challenge. So let us see what did they do to overcome the challenges. So the first step is customized matching. They implemented a more customized mentor-mentee matching process based on specific needs and the goals. Secondly, structured programs. So these structured programs developed structured programs and timeliness to develop to keep the participants engaged and accountable. Then the another step which was taken is expanding the mentor pool. Continuously, they expanded the pool of mentors to include diversified expertise and industry backgrounds. So this is how they handled the hurdles, the problems related to this implementation of this particular entrepreneurship development program. So the impact which was made by this particular program is that MIT VMS has been instrumental in success of many startups by providing tailored mentorship and leveraging the extensive MIT network. Now let us talk about another case study which is related to Y Combinator. So what is Y Combinator? Y Combinator is one of the most well-known startup accelerator globally. It was founded in 2005, and Y Combinator has funded and mentored thousands of startups globally. So the key components include seed funding, extensive accelerator program, a demo day. So what is seed funding? Under this particular initiative, it provides initial seed funding to the startups in exchange for the equity. Then a 3-month program that includes mentorship, networking, and training on key aspects of the startup development under the intensive accelerator program. They also organize event where the startups present to a room full of investors to secure additional funding. the major challenges which were faced by this particular initiative includes high competition. The high level of competition among the applicants makes it challenging to select the most promising startups. Then intense pressure. The 3-month program is intense and can be overwhelming for some founders. Another challenge related to the scalability. So ensuring that the quality of mentorship and sources remains high as the program scales. So all these are the challenges which were faced for the execution, for the implementation during the training program. So how they overcome those challenges, let us have a glance of the steps which were taken by them. So the first is the rigorous selection process. They implemented a rigorous selection process to identify startups with the highest potential. They also provided a strong support system, including mental health sources and peer support to help the founders cope with the pressure. Then another step which was taken is related to the scaling mentorship. Then they leveraged a vast network of the alumni and mentors to maintain high quality mentorship at the as the program grew. So this is how they handled the problems, the challenges regarding the training program. So the main impact which of this particular program which can be seen is that today YC has been a launching pad for many successful startups, providing critical early stage support and access to a vast network for the investors and the mentors. Moving ahead, the another very prominent program is the NEN, that is the National Entrepreneurship Network. So what is National Entrepreneurship Network? So this particular initiative, this particular center was established by India by Wadhwani Foundation to create and support high growth entrepreneurs. The key components includes entrepreneurship courses. It offers structured courses and curriculum in partnership with the academic institutions. Then they also provide guidance through mentorship and networking. With the help of this, it provides access to a network of mentors, investors, and successful entrepreneurs. Then for the startup competitions, they organize competitions and events to promote inventions and entrepreneurship. Let us see how what are the various challenges which are faced by this particular initiatives. So first is the awareness and outreach. So reaching a large and diverse population across India is quite challenging. Second issue was with the quality control. So maintaining the quality and the consistency of the programs across multiple institutions was also kind of challenge to this particular initiative. Then the ecosystem development. So building an ecosystem, building a supportive entrepreneurial ecosystem in the region with a very limited infrastructure in the beginning was also a great challenge for this particular center. So how they dealt with these challenges, let us discuss one by one. First thing is the digital platforms. So, with the help of this particular digital platforms, they reached to a wider audience and delivered programs more efficient. So, another initiative was the standardized training. They developed standardized training materials and guidelines to ensure consistency at all levels. In order to meet the regional requirements, regional hubs were established to build localized entrepreneurial ecosystems and provide tailored support system to the entrepreneurs. So the impact of this particular NEM has played a crucial role in fostering entrepreneurship in India, creating a supportive ecosystem for the startup to thrive. Then another prominent entrepreneurship development program is the TechStars. So, what is TechStars? TechStars is a global network that helps entrepreneurs succeed through mentorship-driven accelerators program, founded in the year 2006, and it operates in various locations worldwide. Its key components include mentorship-driven programs. They conduct a 3-month accelerator program focused on intense mentorship and guidance. They also provide funding support through seed funding and access to the network of the investors. They provide access globally through global networks of mentors and partners and alumni. So, with the help of all these resources, with the help of all these facilitations, they help the entrepreneurs in their development. The challenges which are faced by this particular program is maintaining program quality. So, ensuring that the quality of mentorship and the resource remains high across different locations. Second challenge is the cultural differences. So, addressing to the cultural differences and unique needs of the startups in different regions was also a great challenge during the initial stages. The next issue was related to the startup sustainability. So, ensuring the startups remains sustainable and continue to grow after the program ends was also a quite difficult and quite challenging issue for this particular initiative. So, what are the steps which were taken to overcome these challenges which were identified by the program? So, first is the standardized curriculum. They developed a standardized curriculum to ensure consistency and program delivery. The second step which was taken is the local adaptation. So, tailored programs to address the local culture and market needs were developed. Another important step was ongoing support, which provided the resources to the alumni to ensure long-term success. So, TechStars has supported thousands of startups globally, helping them raise billions in fundings and achieve the significant market success. Now, moving ahead, the next very important initiative is the Harvard Innovation Labs, which was undertaken by Harvard. So, it is in the short, it is known as iLab. So, Harvard Innovation Labs, that is iLab, which was established to foster innovation and entrepreneurship across Harvard University community. This particular initiative supports the students, the alumni, faculty, and staff in transforming ideas into the impactful ventures. So during the establishment of these labs, the following key components were taken into account. The first one is the venture incubation program, which provides sources, mentorship, and office space to early stage startups. Conducting workshops and seminars, they regularly hosts workshop, seminars, and speaker series on various aspects of entrepreneurship. There is cross-disciplinary collaboration, which encourages collaboration across different disciplines and schools within Harvard. The major challenges which were faced by this particular center, that is the cross-disciplinary integration, that is integrating and fostering collaboration among the students and faculties from different schools and disciplines, was a great challenge. Second challenge was related to the resource allocation. Ensuring adequate resource and support for a large diverse group of participants was also quite challenging. Then the issue related to scalability, managing the growth of the program while maintaining high quality support and services was also a great problem for smooth conduction of this particular program. So what are the steps which were taken to overcome the challenges by this particular lab? So they developed structured programs and events that promoted cross-disciplinary collaborations. Secondly, they also provided dedicated resources, secured dedicated funding, and certain other resources to support the growing needs of the participants of the particular entrepreneurship development program. They also made some feedback mechanism and implemented it for continuous improvement in the quality and the relevance of the program. So this is how the particular iLab tried to meet the challenges which were posed for conducting the entrepreneurship development program. So Harvard iLab has successfully supported the launch of numerous innovative startups, fostering a strong entrepreneurial ecosystem within Harvard University. And this has been a guideline, this has been a source of information, a source of guidance for the other incubators or for the other iLabs. Then let us discuss about another more interesting case of Kaufman Fast Track. So Kaufman Fast Track is an entrepreneurship education program developed by Ewing Marion Kaufman Foundation. It aims to provide aspiring and existing entrepreneurs with the tools and resources they need to succeed. So this is also a name of entrepreneurship education program. So let us see what are the components of this particular education development program. So the key components include online and in-person courses. It offers a range of courses covering the essential business topics available both online and in person. It also have some modules which include mentorship and coaching, which provides access to the experienced mentors and business coaches. As far as community and networking is concerned, which fosters a community of entrepreneurs for networking and support. So all these are the main components, the main elements of the entrepreneur education program. The challenges which were faced by this particular initiative includes accessibility, engagement in online learning, and measuring the impact. So accessibility related issue includes ensuring that the program is accessible to wide audience, including those of underdeserved communities. That was a bit challenge. Another challenge was engagement in online learning. So usually, as far as engagement is concerned, the offline engagement is comparatively high as compared to the online learning. So keeping the participants engaged in the online courses was also a problem uh, for the particular program. Then measuring impact, tracking and measuring the long-term impact of the program on the participants was also very difficult. They didn't have sufficient tool, sufficient standard in order to measure the impact of the program on the participants. So to overcome the challenges, what this particular Kaufman did, they developed a flexible delivery system, which offered flexible delivery options, including online and in-person courses to increase the accessibility. They also developed an interactive online content, and this particular content was basically addressed to engaging the online participants and maintain the participants' interest in the program. Then, in order to measure the impact, to measure the involvement of the audience, it implemented a robust impact assessment tool to measure the success and the impact of the program. So Kaufman Fast Track has empowered thousands of entrepreneurs with the knowledge and the skills needed to start and grow the successful businesses. Here is another case study of Endeavor Global. Endeavor Global is a non-profit organization that supports high-impact entrepreneurs in the emerging markets. They provide mentorship, strategic advice, and access to the global network. The key components of this particular initiative includes mentorship. Through this, it connects entrepreneurs with experienced mentors and advisors. They also provide strategic advice, under which they offer strategic guidance on scaling and growing businesses. They also help access to networks. They provide access to the global networks of investors, partners, and industry leaders. So despite of all these facilities, they also face certain challenges. Let us see what are the challenges. So first challenge related to the scaling in emerging markets. So addressing to this particular issue, a unique challenge of business, scaling the business in the emerging market. This particular problem was considered a very difficult task. Another important challenge was meet the diversified needs. So catering to the diversified needs of the entrepreneurs from different industries and backgrounds was also a problem for the particular program. The issue related to the sustainable impact. So ensuring the sustainability and long-term impact of the support provided was also quite difficult. So what are the steps taken to overcome these challenges? So localized support was provided. So tailored support and mentorship to address the specific challenges of different markets was developed. Customized programs were developed and the resources were provided to meet the diversified needs of the entrepreneurs. They also developed a long-term partnership which focused on building long-term partnerships and relations to ensure a sustained impact. Let us see the impact. Endeavor has supported over 2,000 entrepreneurs in more than 30 countries, contributing to significant economic growth and job creation in the emerging markets. Another very prominent entrepreneurship development program is the Rise Up Egypt. So Rise Up Egypt is a platform that connects entrepreneurs with resources, networks, and opportunities. It aims to foster entrepreneurship and innovation in the Middle East and North Africa, that is MENA region. So this is specific to this particular region. The key components include annual summit. They host an annual summit that brings together all the entrepreneurs, investors, and industry leaders in the MENA region. They also conduct workshops and training programs on various aspects of entrepreneurship. As far as community building is concerned, they also help in this particular aspect and fosters a vibrant community of entrepreneurs and the innovators. What are the challenges which has been faced by this particular program? So it includes political and economic instability. Navigating the challenge of political and economic instability of the region. Another issue was the limited access to the resources and funding for the entrepreneurs. And third one is the scaling impact. So scaling the impact of the platform to reach more entrepreneurs was also quite difficult. So what was the steps? What was the initiative which was taken to conquer these challenges? So first includes the adaptability, adapted programs and activities to respond to the challenging political and economic landscape. Second, they formed strategic partnership with the local and international organizations to provide additional source and supports through partnership. And providing the digital platforms. These digital platforms leveraged or you can say helped to reach a wide range of audience and scale impact. So Rise Up Egypt has become a leading platform for entrepreneurship in the MENA region, which has connected thousands of entrepreneurs with the resources and entrepreneurs they need to succeed. So these cases were from the various international platforms, various international initiatives. Now we will discuss some cases related to the government schemes which incorporate some entrepreneurship development program and training programs to help the entrepreneurs in succeeding. So let us discuss the cases from India. So first is the National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development. So this particular institute is an autonomous institute under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Government of India was established in 1983, and this particular institute aims to promote and develop micro, small, and medium enterprises through training, research, and consultancy. The key components includes training programs under which it offers various training programs on entrepreneurship development, business management, and skill development. It also provides mentorship and consultancy to the budding entrepreneurs. It also extends its support in research and development. It conducts research to understand and address the challenges which are faced by the MSMEs. So, what are the challenges which are faced by the Center for Execution of the Training Program? It includes ensuring that training program reach entrepreneurs in the rural and remote areas. This is the problem related to the reach. Another issue is with respect to the customization, tailoring programs to meet the diverse needs of entrepreneurs from different sectors and different regions. There is also some issue related to the resource constraints, managing the limited resource by scaling training and development programs was also found to be difficult. So what are the steps which are taken to overcome these challenges? Some regional centers were established to increase reach and accessibility. In order to encounter the diversified needs, customized training modules were developed for different sectors and regions. They also developed partnership of public and private. So this particular public-private partnership formed with the private sector and other NGOs was also quite helpful and augmented the resources. So NIES BUD has trained over 12 million people through its various programs, significantly contributed to the growth and development of MSMEs in India. Now, what are the various training programs? What are the various initiatives related to the entrepreneurship development by the institute known as the Atal Innovation Mission? So, this particular initiative was launched by the Government of India, the Atal Innovation Mission, which aims to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship across the country. So it focuses on creating an ecosystem that supports startups and innovation in the country. The key components of this particular Atal mission includes Atal Tinkering Labs, under which they establish tinkering labs in schools to foster a culture of innovation among the school students, not only in the colleges but also among the school going children. The second step is the second initiative is the Atal Incubation Centers. So these centers aimed to support startups by providing necessary infrastructure, mentorship and funding. There are also some initiatives related to the Mentor India network, which connects the startups with the experienced mentors from various industries who provide the guidance and mentors the entrepreneurs as per their requirement. The major challenges include implementation. So, effective implementation of the program across a diversified and vast country proved to be quite challenging. Raising awareness about the mission and its initiatives among the potential beneficiaries, this was also the challenge before the aims. And third issue related to the sustainability. So ensuring the long-term sustainability of the initiatives was also a great challenge for the particular mission. What were the steps which were taken by the mission to overcome the challenges which we have seen? So first, the collaboration with the states. So they collaborated with the state government for effective implementation. Then they also underwent extensive outreach, conducting extensive outreach programs and campaign to raise the awareness regarding the various programs, various training programs which are offered by the particular mission. Then sustainable models were developed for tinkering labs and incubation centers. So all these cases which we have discussed, what the students are supposed to get the benefits is we can see from, we find that, we can identify that first important takeaway is the adaptability and flexibility. So the importance of adapting programs and activities to respond to the changing environment and participants' needs. So if anybody is asked to design the entrepreneurship development program, so all these cases would be very useful for the execution and for the effectiveness of that particular training program. Then students will also learn the engagement strategies. What are the effective strategies to be kept to keep all the participants engaged and motivated, especially in the online and hybrid learning environments. So from the cases we can see what were the initiatives, what were the steps which were taken for the student engagement in the online learning environment. Then this resource optimization. So here students must also learn the techniques for optimizing resources and the leveraging partnership to provide comprehensive support. Then what are the standards for measuring the impact? So there is a need for a robust tools and methodologies to track and measure the long-term impact of the entrepreneurship programs. So mere conducting the programs is not sufficient. It must impact the entrepreneurs by helping them, by supporting them, by running their entrepreneurship successfully. And the next is the cultural sensitivity. So how to address to the cultural sensitivity? So understanding and addressing the cultural and contextual factors that influence the success of the entrepreneurship program in different regions. So all these skills, rather you can say all these techniques must be kept in mind. All the strategies, the main issues, the main challenges must be kept in mind to deal with the various challenges with respect to the implementation, execution of the entrepreneurship development programs. India What is a Startup India? So this particular initiative is a Government of India initiative which is launched in 2016. The initiative aims to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startup in the country. It provides various benefits, including funding support, tax exemption, and ease of doing the business. It's a Startup India Hub, which is a single point of contact for the startup ecosystem to connect and collaborate. Funding support is provided. Rupees 10,000 crore fund is provided to support the startups. The entrepreneurs can also avail the tax benefits under this particular scheme, which provides in the execution of this particular program includes regulatory hurdles. Simplifying regulatory procedures to ease the process of starting and running a business. Then another challenge was with respect to the funding, ensuring that startup have access to adequate fund. And the third challenge included reaching out to the potential entrepreneurs across the country for the spreading of the awareness. To overcome these challenges includes implementation of the simplified regulatory processes and procedures for the startups. To meet the platform was created which connected the startups with the investors and the funding agencies. For the awareness campaigns, for spreading the awareness, they launched extensive awareness campaigns and outreach programs in different regions for educating and for spreading the awareness about this particular mission. So as of now, Startup India has recognized over 50,000 startups and facilitated the creation of more than 5 lakhs jobs, contributing significantly to the growth of the startup ecosystem in India. So another important case related to T-Hub, which is a Hyderabad-based initiative. So T-Hub is based in Hyderabad, and it is one of the India's largest startup incubators. This was established in year 2015 as a public-private partnership between the government of Telangana and IIT Hyderabad, ISB, and NALSA. So the major components comprises of incubation program. They offer various incubation programs for the startups at different stages. They also provide mentorship and networking to access to the network of the mentors and industry experts and the investors. Funding support is also being granted through connecting the startups with the funding opportunities through the networks of the investors. As far as challenges are concerned, the challenge respect to the infrastructure, developing world-class infrastructure to support a large number of startups was found to be difficult. To meet the diversified needs, catering to the diversified needs of the startups from various sectors was also quite challenging. And the next is the global exposure. So providing startups with the global exposure and the market access due to the limited infrastructure, it was also found to be challenging. What were the steps taken to meet these challenges? So they underwent collaborations. They collaborated with various industry partners and academic institutions to develop state-of-art infrastructure. They identified the sector specific needs and developed sector-specific programs to address to the unique needs of the startups. They formed international partnerships to provide startups with the global exposure to meet the need of global exposure among the startups and the entrepreneurs. So the T-Hub has supported over 1,800 startups and facilitated investments of over $1 billion, making it a key player in the Indian startup ecosystem. The another entrepreneurship development initiative is the Kerala Startup Mission. So what is Kerala Startup Mission? It is a central agency for the government of Kerala for entrepreneurship development and incubation activities in the state. It aims to create a vibrant startup ecosystem. The key components of this particular initiative includes incubation facilities and funding the grants to the startups through various schemes, and skill development by conducting various programs which will enhance the entrepreneurial skills. The major challenges include regional disparities. Addressing to the regional disparities in the availability of the resources and the support was a great difficulty. Then the another difficulty was related to the funding access. Ensuring that startups have access to sufficient fund was also quite challenging in the initial stages. Then the talent retention. So retaining the local talent and preventing the brain drain was also a big challenge in front of this particular program. So what were the steps which were taken to overcome these challenges? Includes the regional hubs were established to ensure equitable distribution of resources. As far as funding support was concerned, they launched various funding schemes and grants to support the startups financially. They also conducted skill development programs to retain and nurture the local talents. So KSUM has supported over 2,000 startups and created more than 15,000 jobs, significantly contributing to the development of the startup ecosystem in Kerala. So what are the major takeaways by after discussion of all these various cases of global level as well as which are related to the various schemes of the government in the country. So this will these cases have given a lesson for the success of the entrepreneurship development, which can be incorporated by the students while structuring, while designing any entrepreneurship development program. And the entrepreneurship development program must include all these aspects, as we have seen what are the various steps which were taken to meet out the various challenges in implementation and execution of the entrepreneurship development program. So one must keep in mind the public-private partnership, regional focus, customized programs to address the diversified needs, then conduct awareness and outreach program for the spreading the awareness among the masses, and it also one must also keep in mind regarding the sustainability. So sustainable models need to be developed for the success of for the long-term impact of the entrepreneurship programs. So this is so with this I would like to conclude that these case studies from India provide valuable insights to design, implementation and scaling of entrepreneurship development programs, offering practical sessions for the students on fostering entrepreneurship in diverse contexts. So this is all for today. Thank you very much for your patient hearing.